at which QVC will sell a product. The comparable retail value represents a comparison shopped price for other merchandise of like grade and quality to the item being advertised. The if purchased separately price is the price that a product with multiple components, for example a 5-piece kit, would be expected to sell for if each individual component were valued separately and those values were then totaled. The if purchased separately price does not take into account the pricing of other multi-component products at retail that may contain some of the same component items. Lowest price we found means the price at which QVC is selling the product was the lowest our buyers found when they recently comparison shopped the product at select U.S. online retailers. QVC buyers continue to monitor the price at these select retailers as long as lowest price we found is advertised.
We're in Las Vegas, so...
Yes.
Lifetime friends and fellow Quintessential 50 ambassadors, Jane and Pat, share their favorite finds to support women 50+ and talk about the changes, challenges, and opportunities awaiting all of us during our age of possibility. Start your day with inspiration and laughter as we cue the Real Talk with Jane and Pat. Thursdays at 7 a.m. Eastern on QVC.
Hi everyone, we're live here on QVC. My name is Rachel Ellis and I want to talk to you about saying yes again. Let's not let mobility be an issue. EV Rider brings us reliable, really innovative, and really easy to use mobility scooters that allow us to get around whether we're traveling around the world or whether we just want to go around the neighborhood or go pick up our own groceries. We sometimes need a little bit of help, and EV Rider is there for us. This is their Nomad. This version brings you wonderful upgrades for an amazing sale price. It is lightweight, it is easy to travel with, great design. Look at the comfort of this seat with armrests that are removable, a swivel seat so you can move when you are pulling up to a table or to a desk. And you have all of the reliability that you know and love from EV Rider. This version even breaks apart into 4 separate pieces. And then you can take the battery and charge the battery separately. So you do not need to be right by an outlet. With your EV Rider, you can just charge the battery and you can go. This is lighter weight than it has been in the past, 64.8 pounds. And today you were looking at a sale price that saves you $401. $2,198.98. Now, if that's a bit out of your budget, here at QVC and through our partnership with EV Rider, we have a few different options for you. So first of all, we do have this available on 5 easy payments. That would be with any major credit card. Over the course of the next 5 months, that price is just divided up. So that would be $439.80 over the course of the next 5 months. Or if you do have a QVCQ card or you would like to open up a QVCQ card and become a Q card VIP, we have 18-month special financing that divides the payment up for your EV Rider over the course of 18 months. That would be $122 and change per month. And you don't have to pay it off before we send it to you, just one payment, and this is coming home to you. Now, the Nomad version, we're going to tell you all about throughout this hour. I want to talk to you about the colors that we have. So I am on the beautiful silver option. Very streamlined, very gorgeous. We also have this available in your blue option, but that is the most limited option in the blue. And then I want to welcome in our wonderful Lori Pickford, who is a personal care specialist, and she knows all about EV Rider, and she is on our black option.
Hi,
Lori, it's so good to be here with you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course, thank you for being
Oh,
here.
yes, we're so excited to introduce this. I mean,
Yeah.
the Nomad EV Rider has just been so known at QVC for its reliability, its innovation, and this Nomad really has all the bells and whistles.
So let's start there. What makes the Nomad different than some of the other other versions?
Well, this was designed on a previous version that we had that was a little bit bigger. It actually was heavier. It was almost 130 pounds.
Wow.
This weighs only, as you said, 64 pounds.
yeah.
So we took us years, redeveloped it, brought all the great features that we loved in the other one and put them in this one, which included this great seat, which we'll talk about.
Oh my goodness, the seat is so comfortable.
And this basket, which makes a big difference when you're out shopping. I live in New Jersey, and it's a flat area. I'm right by the water. This is fantastic for going to the pharmacy, stop. You know, I can just ride around town because you're getting, on a full charge, you're getting 9 miles of time to use it. So that just makes it so easy and so simple.
And even though it is 64 pounds, it supports up to 260 pounds.
It sure does.
So that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And we're seeing right here just how easy this is to ride around and to use.
Yes, look, you can see she's in the grocery store. It's agile. It turns on a dime. You can grab what you need and go. And that's what makes this great, because it breaks down, as you said, into 4 pieces. You can put it into your car, into the back of your car. Or use it in the house. Because it's so streamlined, you can take this out just to get your mail. There it is, broken down. There's the battery, which weighs about 6 pounds. The heaviest piece of this, as you just saw there, is about 20 pounds. So that is really just like 2 bags of sugar.
Right.
You know, if you can carry 2 bags of sugar, you can carry the heaviest piece of this and put it into the back of your car.
That's amazing. So that's another thing that I want you to think about as you're shopping around for mobility scooters. There are different versions. Some of them fold up, and that's wonderful, but then you do have to lift the whole weight if you want to transport that. So the Nomad is one that, because it does disassemble, and we've got some beautiful video we'll show you in a little bit to show you how easy it is to take apart. You did see that woman in the video taking it apart so easily. That means that maybe you can't lift 60 pounds on your own, but if you can lift 20 pounds, you can place this in the back seat of your car
all by yourself. Exactly. And that's what's great. I was just talking to a friend of mine who was telling me his mom needs one of these. And I said to him, if she can lift 20 pounds, she would be fine to do this. She still drives. She just can't walk in the mall for a long period of time with her friends. And now you don't have to say no.
You can say
Now you can say, yes, I'm going to join you.
That's amazing. Let's ride around a little bit.
Let's do that.
Let's kind of show how easy it is. Really, you just, with the press of a finger,
it really
you're
is,
good to
because
go.
we have this electromagnetic braking system too. So when you are using the EV Rider Nomad, there is a little tiny tiller here at the front. And I'm going to come right up front to where the camera is. And you can see I'm doing it with 1 finger.
Wow.
And I'm going about probably 2 miles an hour right now. This will go up to 4 miles an hour. And right here on the front is where your dashboard is.
Got it.
You can see that there's an LED display right here. I don't know if you can get that. Let me.
We have a
it's on the
photo
screen.
of it too,
Excellent.
so you can take a look
You can see
there.
right there. That's a full charge. It goes from red to yellow to green. That tells you that there's a full charge. The little yellow button that's there is that's your horn. If you're coming up to someone, you can beep your horn and let them know you're behind them. And then over there on the left side, you have your motion. That's going to allow you to decide what speed you want to go. You can go from turtle all the way up to rabbit.
I love it.
And we did it as a pictorial. So you pick where you want to be as far as speed is concerned. It goes up to 4 miles an hour.
Oh, that's great.
Isn't
And
it?
how long does it take to charge?
4 to 6 hours on a full charge.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
No, not at all.
So 4 to 6 hours, I'm fully charged, and then you said I can go up to 9 miles?
You can go up to 9 miles depending upon your terrain.
And what's great about this version, some of the other models, right, the battery is not removable, so you have to be close to an outlet to charge.
That's right.
With this one, you can remove that battery, and you could just take the battery to charge.
That's what makes this great.
So that's amazing with the Nomad.
You can leave the Nomad together in the garage, maybe on your back porch or somewhere safe. and just take the battery and the battery charger, which comes with it. This goes into the battery, and this is just a 2-prong plug that goes into the wall. And really, 4 to 6 hours for a full charge, but you don't even have to charge it fully. If you're not going 9 miles and you are, you're still in the green or you're in the yellow, you still have time to use it on a half charge.
That's amazing.
Isn't that great?
What I find about the Nomad too, I just find that it's really that premium model because the seat is so comfortable. I honestly feel like I have my own little movie theater seat.
It is.
And
it's
you've got
super
the
soft.
armrests, and you also have that wonderful stability as you're driving around, and that you can feel the suspension even of the tires.
4 wheels really make it feel steady.
Yes.
And as you said, this is a very comfy seat. Now this is super plush because when you think about it, the reason you're buying this is because you're going to be sitting.
Right.
So you don't want something that's not going to feel good for a while.
Yeah.
Think about how long it takes to go 9 miles.
Right.
You
have a higher back on this one too.
Right.
Some of the versions, because they do fold down, it has to be a little bit lower in order to make everything fold.
That's right.
This one, you get wonderful support all the way back here. I'll just go a little bit this way so you can kind of see, right? All the way, like my mid back is very supported there. So you really have that wonderful support as you are kind of going about your day. It's a wonderful version, a wonderful model, and the price today saves you $400. So
that's crazy
you're
good.
getting an amazing deal, $21.98 and 98 cents. And yes, this is an investment, of course.
Right.
But it's an investment in saying, yeah, I'm going to go and do that. I'm going to go to the reunion. I'm going to take the vacation. I'm going to go on the cruise, or I'm just going to go buy my own sneakers.
Right, exactly. Go to the mall by yourself. And when we were talking about this seat being fabulous, what also makes it great is that it swivels 360 degrees.
Oh, that's great.
So when you think about going into a restaurant that might have a narrow walkway and you're thinking, how am I going to get in there? This is very streamlined.
Yep.
But you can just turn and sit at the table and have no problem being out to lunch with girlfriends. Turn, put your feet back on, and you're ready to get out.
You're ready to go.
You're ready to go wherever you want to go,
And
whenever
this
you want to
seat
go.
is probably more comfortable than a lot of those restaurant seats.
So true. Come on, follow me. Let's go for a little ride.
Amazing. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
And you'll notice that it's so easy to turn.
Yeah.
It's got a wonderful turn radius, and I am never nervous about riding. I never feel like I have to deal with braking on a, because sometimes, Lori, with mobility scooters, you have to press something to brake.
That's right, and this you do not. Everything is done right here in the front. We have that, and that electromagnetic braking that I was talking about allows you to simply not use the throttle system, and you automatically come to a great, easy stop.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And you do a real gradual start as well. As you'll see my hand right here,
Yep.
I'm going to press down, and I don't jolt forward.
Right.
You just kind of ease into moving forward and you ease into stopping, which is great because people who have mobility issues, you don't want to feel like you're off kilter.
Not at all.
No, you want to feel stable, and that's really what makes EV Rider such a great product. The stability, the quality that you're getting. You have solid tires.
Right. Because watch, I'm
that
gonna
you'll
go...
never have to worry about losing a tire or not having a tire inflated because they're solid, thick rubber.
I'm going to go over this carpet to show
Oh,
that.
great,
Because
yeah.
really, truly going over, we're seeing some video now, but when we come back,
Right.
and I want to talk about how it breaks apart too, which we're seeing
Yeah, you
right
can
here.
see there. It breaks into 4 different pieces. There you go. Take a ride
But
on that.
as you come over carpet, right, really nothing. I didn't jolt. You didn't see any kind of hesitancy with the EV Rider.
Exactly.
It's wonderfully made. And Lori, does that mean I never have to inflate the tires?
That's correct. Because they're solid, thick tires that will never have to be inflated, you don't need to worry about ever having a flat tire. And as I said over there, when you're pulling into a restaurant, if you pull up like I am here I am just moving right in,
that's great.
sitting down at a table with friends. Who do you know in your life who has been saying no? Maybe arthritis, maybe they have a bad hip. I myself am going to be having ankle surgery in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
So this is going to really come in handy for me.
Absolutely it will.
But, you know, when you think about as you get older, things start to wear out.
Yeah.
Your knees hurt, your
Right.
feet hurt, your legs hurt. You don't even have to be older. Maybe you have some type of a disability
Right.
that allows you less mobility that you would like. This is a way to say yes.
You say yes again. You really do. And sometimes it's even less about the aches and the pains and just about conserving the energy, because you're going to go somewhere, but maybe you just don't know, well, am I going to have somewhere to sit?
Right.
Or I want to go with the grandkids to the theme park, but I don't know that I can go the whole day.
Right.
Right. Now you have that ability to say, I always have my seat. I always know who has been riding this, because sometimes when you're renting them, I used to work for cruise ships,
You don't know.
There'd be a lot of rentable mobility scooters. You don't really know how reliable they are. A lot of them are bigger and clunkier. They're not going to have that ability to break into 4 different pieces. This is your own, right?
This really is
yours. You know how to use it. You have the reliability to say, yes, I want to go. Yes, I can go.
Right, exactly. And that means that your life opens up all of a sudden, where you thought things were closing in and you're thinking, no, I don't want to be a burden. I don't want to be a problem for someone. Now you get your life back. You go to the pharmacy. You go to the grocery store. You put the dishes from from the table into the sink in the kitchen, because you can make it through the rooms of the house.
Yeah, and I think we have a few different videos that will show that and show how people have been impacted by the EV rider as well. But before we get there, let's talk the disassembly and how this breaks apart into those 4 component pieces, which is unique to this model in a lot of ways.
It really is. And what's great about it is that when you get it home, when it first arrives, the whole deck will be together.
Great.
So that's 2 pieces put together at once. You're going to be able to put the front down. This tiller will actually tilt down and the chair comes off. And we did that on purpose because it's an adjustable chair. This has 3 different heights on it. So there's a little pin that goes into this lower section right here that you can just set at whatever height you want. So if you're a taller person, you're obviously going to want it higher. If you're a shorter person, you'll want it lower. And the tiller itself right here, or the steering wheel as I like to call it, actually has a really nice ability to tilt forward and back depending upon how high your knees are. Yeah, so we gave it all these great qualities that are going to make it simple for you to use when you get it home. And it's going to come with a partial charge in it. The battery itself will have a little piece of tape on it that you'll want to remove and put it in. It will have some charge so you can drive it around and see what your new wheels feel like.
And here's where we're seeing, so she took the seat off, she pulled out the battery, and then she just took that rear axle.
Exactly, the rear axle was brought up, and that is the tiller going down. You can tilt that down and put that in as well, and then you're ready to go where you want to go. And really, you know, my father rode one of these. He's no longer with us, but he rode one of these for years. And we, as a family, used to go to the beach. And we knew something was up with him when he stopped saying that he wanted to go on the boardwalk for an ice cream at night with the grandkids. And he thought he was being sly and just being like, oh, I'm not in the mood, not tonight. And we knew it was because of his knees. So we got him, we all chipped in, and we got him one of these. And it really brought the family back together. You know, it really, everybody's present, everybody's got in the picture, everybody's going for an ice cream together. It really, it's hard to explain that great feeling you get when you do get to say yes. I will go. Yes, I'm going to go to the wedding. I don't know if I'm going to have a seat when I get there, but now I know I will have a seat.
I will always have a seat.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Saying yes to coffee with friends, going out, using it in the house is really important, and it will be for me when I go through my surgery, so that I can get from, I have 1 floor living, but to get from one room to another, this is going to really come in handy for me. And you can see there, that is the throttle system in the front, which makes driving it so much easier. My mom used one of these. It's a funny story. She had never driven in her life a car.
Really?
My mom, And so we were teaching her how to use this. And she said it couldn't be easier. For somebody who's not familiar with how to drive or steer,
Right.
this throttle system, being able to do it with one finger to go forward or backward,
Right.
made a huge difference for her.
Oh, that's great. So you don't have to find a specific pedal or find a specific button for braking. You
Right.
just let go and you're good to go. If you want to reverse, you just either push your right to the front or pull the left to the back, right? You're going
That's
to
right.
easily get the hang of it.
Whether
and then
you're
to
left-handed
go-
or right-handed, or
Yes.
if you don't have one arm, you can still
Right.
use this, because
You can
I
do
can
it
go
both.
forward this way or I can go backward that way.
Right. And you can reverse and turn very easily as you're reversing.
Right.
It's wonderful to maneuver around. You really don't have to worry. And then I want you to watch, because I'm going to take a little circle around this beautiful blue EV Rider and look at the turn radius that you're
Yeah.
able to get. You really have the wonderful capability to maneuver around so easily. So maybe today, maybe this morning as you're watching, this is the day where you say, yeah, I'm going to give this a try.
Yeah.
And we do still have our return policy in effect here. So if it's not for you, we do have this as availability to have a return policy here. 3 colors. I'm writing the silver. Lori is writing the black. And then we do have the blue for you. Blue is the most limited, however. So if you're looking at that gorgeous blue, I would recommend you check out of your cart. It's a $400 savings. Consider Easy Pay. That splits up the payment over the course of the next 5 months. Or go with your QVC Q card, become a QVC VIP, and you can go on to 18-month special financing. If you go Easy Pay or the special financing, there's no additional interest. As long as you make those payments on time and the entire balance is paid off within that time period, it is just like paying the full amount in cash today. So you don't have to worry. There's not any kind of extra tricks or things with extra interest. We just want you to be able to bring this home. So those are some options that we have for you if the full amount is maybe not in your budget right now. But speaking of those who have been impacted positively, we want to talk with Tom. Now, Tom is going to showcase one of the fold-up versions, but I also want you just to think about how this has impacted his life, and just imagine that you would disassemble into your 4 pieces.
Exactly,
and
the
put
what
it
he's
in,
doing,
'cause
exactly.
Tom actually has to lift up the whole scooter. You
Right.
won't have to do that with the Nomad. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Tom. I'm a 78-year-old with peripheral neuropathy, which limits my mobility. Doesn't cripple me, but it limits me. So when we saw the EV Rider on QVC, we thought, man, what a perfect answer to our traveling. So we ordered it, got it in a week. The next week we left after we had taken it out of the box. We left on a trip that included Dulles International Airport and included considerable bus travel. What we did, we got this because that's the size of my suitcase. And this is the weight of my suitcase. And that can go in there and we can go. Bus drivers loved it, air personnel loved it. It just worked perfectly.
It worked
That's so
perfectly.
excitingly. And you can tell he's excited. He knows he's
Yes.
going to get to go on that trip. And you were talking about how those easy pays are.
Yeah.
We did it as a family. There are 4 of us, 2 brothers and 2
that's
sisters.
great.
We each took one of the payments.
Yes.
And that's how we got it for my dad, which was really just life-changing for him.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and I know it's a considered purchase, and you
Right.
have to think when you're spending that much money. But EV Rider is a solid company that really has reliable products that are they're well thought out.
Right.
And this one really has, as we said in the beginning, was brought back to QVC based on a previous model that we knew and loved, but it was very heavy. It was hard to get in and out of a car because it was over 130 pounds. It took us a few years, but we're back with this streamlined version that only weighs 64 pounds, and it breaks down into 4 pieces. And the heaviest piece is about 21 pounds.
That's amazing.
Which is just great. I
Right.
mean, talk about engineers doing what they do.
Right.
That's EV Rider. They have the customer in mind, and they make products that really just change your life.
Yeah, they
really do.
Truly do. And we hear stories all the time. If you do have a story, the testimonial line is there on the screen for you. So you can give us a call. We would love to hear your EV Rider story, whichever model that you have. But this Nomad version is a fantastic option if you don't want to, like Tom did, lift the full scooter.
Yeah.
Now, as you're seeing right here, it just disassembles. Lori, could I still bring this one to the airport and take it?
You can take it to the airport. You would have to break it down in order for them to be able to stow it for you.
Okay.
So it's not just right up and get on the plane, as simple as some of our other models.
Okay.
But you certainly can do that. And what really makes this great too is that when you're using it, it's so simple. It's almost like your brain knows intuitively that this is going to take you forward and that this is going to take you backward. And it makes sense, and it gives you your life back. It allows you to go on that cruise, go on, to the airport, go to the mall, and hang out with your friends, people maybe you haven't seen in a long time because you haven't been saying yes to the invitations.
Yeah, that's what's so sad. And you made a really good point, Lori, that families want everyone to be there.
That's right.
Your families want to say, yeah, come with us and get ice cream.
Right. Come to the boardwalk or take a ride. We wouldn't even know where my dad was in the morning. I'd be up getting my coffee and I'd say, where's Dad? And they'd say, oh, he took the EV Rider and he's down the block feeding the pigeons with some, you know, like, so it just, I knew that, you know, his saying no to going places with us was a symptom.
Right.
The problem was that he felt that he was being a problem.
Right.
And he really...
Or a burden.
A burden, exactly. And you don't want anybody to ever feel that way. So if you have the means to do so, this is a great opportunity to get that yes back in their life and make them feel like they're part of the family again, no matter what is coming up, whether it's an event or whether it's just getting around the house.
We're just in the very beginning. We're still in January of 2025. And I know this is a time of year where we're making goals, we're setting resolutions, and we're just sort of thinking ahead of what's coming. So you could make a purchase in January that really is going to have an impact for the full year and then into 2026, 2027, because many people have their EV Riders for years and years to come.
We still have my dad's. My dad's been gone now for 5 years. We don't actually have it anymore, but we gave it we donated it, which is a great thing to do as well, you know, in years to come. But this literally is just recharged the way you would recharge your telephone, your cell phone. You're just going to charge it and reuse it, charge it and reuse it year and year and year after year.
And let's talk customer service, because so often, especially with a considered purchase, you want to make sure that you have support. If you forget, well, how do I disassemble the 4 pieces? Or what do I do if, you know, the cord is not working for the charge, right? We want to make sure that you have someone to reach out to.
Absolutely. And EV Rider is available to you. QVC is also available to you. Simple and easy. It comes with instructions as well. And we back our products 100%, as QVC is a very stringent quality assurance process, and they, you know, they make sure that the companies they work with stand behind their products, and EV Rider is one of those magnificent companies.
I've heard Emily Scott told a story of how sometimes even the founder of the company will happen to pick up and answer if he's in the customer service area.
That is the pride that we have in our products. Exactly, because we know they're made well. We know they're going to last for years, and the president of the company will stand right with his customer service people and answer questions and let you know that he is proud of the product he's making.
Yeah. And that's really the impact and the difference of EV Rider. You can find others out there that look like EV Rider, but make sure that you are comparing apples to apples when you're shopping around, because EV Rider, they really set out to change the game when it comes to mobility scooters.
They really have. Because of the different designs that we have some that work on a remote that will fold down, but again, you're lifting the whole thing to put it into a car. This is our disassembled one. So it's simple and easy to use because it breaks down into 4 parts. The heaviest part weighs about 21 pounds, so it's the size of maybe 2 big bags of sugar or flour. If you can lift that, you can lift the heaviest portion of this and put it in your car, take it with you to the mall, take it with you out to, take a stroll with friends in a park. Easy, 9 miles on a full charge.
That's great.
And that's going to depend, of course, on the terrain that you're on. So if you're using this on macadam, you'll get full 9 miles out of it. If you're on something like gravel or something that's a little bit more difficult to, like cobblestone, you might not get full 9 miles. But you have an LCD display right here on the front. It goes from red, two dots of red, 3 dots of yellow, and 3 dots of green. When you see that is going down into the yellow and the red, you know it's time to charge it. And it's simple to charge.
Yeah.
You're just going to take the battery out, and we give you the charging cable. This end goes into the battery, and this end is just a 2-prong, goes right into the wall. 4 to 6 hours to give you a full charge. But you don't even need to have it on a full charge to use it.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And this version has the one where the battery you can just take the battery directly out. You don't have to drive to an outlet with your EV rider like you do in some other models. So there are so many great pros and cons to all of the EV rider models. It's not even cons, it's just which one is best for you.
That's right.
So for this one with the Nomad, who is this for?
This is for someone who wants to be able to go somewhere. They still have a little bit of ability to lift about 21 pounds, who really wants comfort.
Yeah.
This seat, the basket, the length of the base really is for someone who's taller. This has an adjustable seat that allows you to go 3 levels up if you're super tall. So it's for somebody who wants to have the versatility.
Yeah.
And it's based on a model that sold really well here at QVC. And we knew all of the great features that model had. Unfortunately, it was heavy. It was about 130 pounds. So our engineers at EV Rider got together and said, how can we make this a little bit less cumbersome? And that's what we came up with, the Nomad, and we're so excited to have it here.
And I cannot overstate how comfortable the seat is.
Isn't it? We've been sitting for about half an hour.
It is so comfortable, and I will tell you, I'm just going to come right in front of you, Lori. Because I've sold many EV Riders, and I know exactly where the other seats hit because it's right where my microphone pack usually is. So usually the other seats are much lower here. This comes all the way up to my mid-back, gives me perfect, wonderful support. And so I am feeling like I can lean back, I can enjoy, I'm not going to have that back pain. Obviously, it's going to depend on your own body, but that comfort in this wonderful plush seat with the armrests truly stands out for me in this model.
Yeah, because when you think about sitting for a few hours, whether it's for a wedding or to just go have lunch with girlfriends or your friends from work or whatever, you're going to be sitting for at least an hour, maybe longer.
True.
We wanted to make sure that you would feel comfortable, that the actual motion of getting there is available, but when you're there and you're seated, we also wanted you to feel super comfortable. This is like the Cadillac.
Yes.
Isn't it like a luxury
exactly
vehicle?
Right. It is
really
a luxury vehicle version of the EV Rider that has that added ease of being able to take it apart in 4 separate pieces. And like you're seeing right here, you can charge just the battery without having to take your EV Rider fully to an outlet. Easy to maneuver. And I want to show you the 3 color choices that we have available for a $401 savings. The shipping and handling also is completely free. So that means it's going to be delivered directly to your door. And we'll talk assembly again in a moment, Lori, but it's an easy setup. It's going to come partially charged. So you're going to be able to go ahead and start right away. 3 different color choices. This is the silver. Beautiful, clean, crisp silver. Right now, the blue has been the most popular during this hour. However, the blue is also the most limited. So make sure you're checking out of your cart, especially if you have that blue. And then Lori is riding that black option. And that's a really easy, nice black. Free shipping and handling, $400 savings. Consider the 5 easy pays that's on any major credit card, or split this up over 18-month special financing, and that's with your QVC Q card. And if you open up a Q card, then you become our Q card VIP. We do different promotions and things like that as well. But the 18 months, it's about $122 per month. And Lori, I think you can speak to this too, since you had broken it up over the easy payments. Yeah. You don't have to pay it all off.
That's right.
Before it comes to you. One payment. So
we'll
if you
get it home.
Right. One $122.16 payment on your QVC Q card, and this is ready. It's coming to you. It's going to come right to your doorstep. Yeah, that really makes a big difference because you get to try it and you get to feel how it feels, and you'll see what we're saying is true, that it really is a luxury vehicle to get you to say yes to your life. Yeah. And I just love that QVC does that because it is a considered purchase. Right, absolutely. And nobody's saying it's not. We're just saying that these are some options we have for you. If this is something you want to fit into your life, maybe these options can help. We hope that they can help for you. Let's talk when it comes home to me. So I'm gonna place my order on QVC.com, or I'm gonna call. Right. It's gonna show up at my doorstep. Mm-hmm. What do I need to do as far as assembly goes? All you're going to do is you're going to add the seat. And you can, the reason that we don't have the seat just fold down is because we want you to set the seat at the height that you want it to be. Got it. There's a pin right there that you can see in the back that will allow you to set this on one of 3 different settings. So if you're shorter, you'll want it on the lowest setting. If you're taller, you'll want it on the highest setting. So you're gonna put the seat on. The deck itself is connected when you first get it home, but that does break into 2 pieces. Then you're going to put the tiller straight up, and there is a nice knob, right, a nice big knob right here at the front that allows you to set this to be at the level you'd like it to be. You can tilt it forward or you can tilt it back. And that really just depends on the height of your knees. Okay. Once your knees are under that, it's called the tiller, but I like to call it the steering wheel. Yes, I think that's a really great way to describe it. Yeah, so then you put your feet on. We give you 2 keys. So you're going to take your key, you're going to insert it, and the first thing you want to do though also is take that little piece of wrapper off of the battery so that you can use the battery, because it does come with a charge in it already, which is great because then you get to travel around with it and see how it feels. Right, try it out as soon as it comes to you. You're going to turn it on with the key and you're ready to go, and literally it is, I'm using 1 finger on the handle and 1 finger on this little throttle, and that's going to allow me to go forward. And if I want to go back using the same hand, I'm just going to tilt this and I can go backwards. It's really easy. It's a no-brainer. Yeah. It is. It's intuitive. Yeah, and that's what it has to be, right? Because for me, even if I'm riding an e-bike or something, I get sort of nervous sometimes that I have to find the right way to brake. This, I just let go and I'm going to brake. Yeah. What about different terrains? Can I go on all terrains? You can go on most terrains. Think about using a stroller if you were pushing a stroller. Okay. What terrain would you use a stroller on? You want to use it on macadam, you can use it on cobblestone, you can use it on pavers, you can use it on wood decking, you can use it in the house on carpeting, on hardwood floor. The only thing you might not want to consider is sand or something that would allow you to sink down in. Exactly. Yeah. So if it's like an extra muddy, most surfaces are covered. Okay. Exactly. Great. Exactly. And again, we mentioned it earlier, but these are solid tires. They're solid tires. You'll never have to worry about a tire going flat or getting breaking in any way. Really, we've thought of everything on this one. It really is the Cadillac of all vehicle. Beautiful version. And honestly, right now, this sale price means that it is one of the luxury versions for the price that the others are, or even less than the price that the others are right now. So for $21.98 and 98 cents, or an easy pay of $439.80 or $122.16 on the 18-month special financing, this can be coming home to you, that kind of luxury model. If you've ever been watching other presentations and you've thought, well, I like the idea of the EV Rider, but it looks a little bit too small for my length of my legs, or I want a more luxurious seat, this is the one to go for.
This is the one, actually, because it is so, it's customizable. You can put your seat up where you want it to be. If you're tall, you can put it down low. If you're a little bit on the shorter side, I'm 5'7", and I have it on the low. I still have it on the lowest setting here.
Oh, great.
So it does go up much higher.
Okay.
So if you're a man, you just need to weigh under 260 pounds. 260 pounds is the weight limit, and really, everything else, it just has all the bells and whistles that you could possibly need.
It really does. And we've just heard so many stories of people who have been positively impacted by the EV rider, because it just gives us that chance to say, yes, I'm going to go. I'm not going to let my mobility hold me back any longer.
That's right. And your mobility could be temporary, or it could be something that's going to last for years, or you're just getting into realizing that your mobility is going to be an issue. So think about those people in your life. If this is the kind of thing you could gift to them, maybe as a group gift like my family did, it's a great way to get it into somebody's home and let them feel the ability to say yes again. There's the battery. That battery is about 6 pounds. You're going to put it on a countertop and plug it into the wall, which means you don't have to worry about where your outlet is in the house and pull this up to it. You can see right there, the turning radius is fantastic. Use it in those box stores, in your grocery store, take it to the pharmacy. Use it in the house, which is what I'll be doing in a few months, getting around between the chairs, pulling up to a table, meeting friends for coffee. You know, those are fun things to do that kind of go away if you stop saying yes.
Yeah. I was wondering if we have the Patrick testimonial, because I love to listen to Patrick talk about this. So I don't know if we have, when we're ready for that, guys, just let me know. But I love how Patrick speaks just doing the everyday sort of simple tasks. Oh, it looks like we have it. So let's take a look at Patrick.
Hi, I'm Pat from Everett, and right now I'm awaiting knee surgery. So the EV rider has totally changed on how I get things done. I can go to the store on my own. I can go ahead and go on vacation, get chores done around the house. So this has been a really great purchase for me. So when I get it folded down, I'll go ahead and carefully pick it up, put it inside, making sure that it's clear. You can see with a basic SUV that it'll fit. And off we go to the store. I'm at the store with my EV rider now. I can put the basket between my feet to collect things. With my own scooter, I'm able to get through the aisles faster. I know it has a full charge. I can also go through self-checkout without any assistance. I can take my garbage can out to the street and navigates through rough terrain pretty well, so this has been a great benefit in my life. If you're struggling with mobility, the EV rider is a must-have.
Just heartwarming.
I hope everyone could hear it. We couldn't hear it in the studio, but I hope you could hear that, because Patrick really, my favorite part is just how he enjoys going to the grocery store by himself.
And we heard you, Patrick. We gave you the basket. So it's right here in the front. And also being able to do those everyday tasks, not having to call your children and say, hey, can you come bring the garbage can down to the end of the driveway for me? Or, you know, can I get some help moving a chair or something that I can easily do myself? When you think about all the reasons why people say no, this gives you the option to say yes, because now you can, and think about what the price you would pay to stay in your home a little bit longer and not have that outside help having to come in and feel like a burden to someone.
Yeah. Did you see a difference in your dad's demeanor once he
100%.
got his EV rider?
Oh, just the fact that we didn't know where he was in the morning. He was down the street. He came downstairs, made sure it was charged, would get on it and go for a ride in the morning, in the early morning, and would come back. And he already had a quarter of his day done because he had been out and about while we were sleeping and getting up and having our coffee. So we knew we had our dad back, and he was always in pictures from then on, because when we would go up to the boardwalk and the kids would get ice cream, he always had to have a chocolate with chocolate sprinkles. We don't call them Jimmies, we call them sprinkles. But anyway, it was great to have those pictures of him with the grandkids enjoying themselves, where he would have in the past said no.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, and you can see, look how easy it is for this woman. This breaks down into 4 pieces. The heaviest piece is going to be 21 pounds, which is you know, the size of maybe 2 bags of flour or 2 bags of sugar. And you can see there, she's using it in the house. Get up and get into your favorite chair. You charge it right at wherever your plug is, because the battery separates out. And that's your system right there for moving forward or backward. And it's an electromagnetic braking system. So when you want to stop, you just let go of that throttle and it will come to an easy stop, and it begins an easy start the same way. There she is using it in the house, and really, how much more versatile could you be?
Right. It's so true.
It is.
So when you were going, and we'll
Right.
kind of
I'll
ride
follow
around
you
a little
around,
bit
sure.
too. So when you and your family were going to go to take this with your dad on the boardwalk, would you put it in your car? Would your dad put it in his car?
My dad would put it in his car. Now, the one that he had was actually a little bit bigger. My brother would lift that one and put it in, but that one folded down.
I see. Okay.
This one, my dad would have been able to handle no problem because of the weight. The 21 pounds
Right.
was certainly within his ability. So really, if you are someone who drives and you realize that getting out of the car to go into the mall is the problem,
Yep.
not the driving part, this is going to be a life changer for you.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And today, with a $400 savings, you can bring home sort of the luxury model.
Right.
From EV Rider. We trust EV Rider. We love their customer service.
Oh, yes.
They really, truly want the best of the best in mobility scooters for their customers. This is the silver. We also have the beautiful blue option for you. And we have the black option, and that's what Lori is riding right now. Your easy pay, $439.80, brings this one home to you. Or QVCQ card holders, you can break this up into 18-month special financing. So one payment of $122 and change, and this is on its way to you. You just add the seat, you add the throttle, you're going to be good to go.
Yeah.
Let's talk again about that battery life and how long it takes to charge.
So you're going to get this home and it will have charge in it. Just remember that when you're using the battery for the first time, there's a peel off thin layer that you need to pull off, because we like to send it to you with charge in it. So you're going to peel that off. Drop it down into the deck right down below me, and you're good to start. When it gets down, when you'll see that your LED display is getting into the red, that it's time to charge it again, it's 4 to 6 hours, or I just charge it overnight.
Oh, great.
To get it back to the full charge. And on a full charge, you can go up to 9 miles.
That's great.
Think about how far 9 miles is. I don't walk 9 miles.
No, I
When I
know.
think about it, you know, like that's a good long way.
Yeah.
And the LCD display right on your top here will tell you when you're getting down into the yellow and the red zone that it's time to put it on charge again, put that battery on charge.
Oh, it disassembles down into those 4 pieces. You have the wonderful customer service. You have the easy use, great turning radius. It really is a game changer for so many people. So if you have been thinking, no, I'm just going to say no, I just think it might be too much, I might not have the stamina, I might not have the energy, now is the time to maybe give a call or place your order on QVC.com and try this out. And if it's not for you, that's okay. We do have a return policy in place here, 30-day return policy. But I think you're going to see how wonderfully comfortable this is, that streamlined design for the Nomad,
Right.
and the reliability that you're going to get from EV Rider.
Exactly, and you've got solid wheels. You'll never have to worry about getting a flat. You can go on probably 90% of surfaces. We just don't want you to go on sand,
Okay.
Or deep gravel.
Okay.
So you can use this on macadam. You can use this right there on a cement floor. You can use this in your house on hardwoods, on rug, on tile. It really, the sky's the limit.
Yeah.
And that really is so important for people who are noticing that they're having a mobility issue and who may be saying no to going to be with family or with friends or whatever, or going to that that event that's coming up, if you have weddings coming up this spring or this summer and you're thinking ahead,
yes,
I don't know when I get there if there's going to be a chair for the cocktail hour, you know, where are we going to put mom? What are we going to do? This takes that worry away.
Yeah.
And that's really worth every cent, as far as I'm concerned.
Independence.
Yes.
Whether it's someone like you said, like your dad, who was dealing with some pain in his knees.
Exactly.
Or your mom, who had never driven a car before, and she had newfound independence. And that can be a time. There came a time before my grandmother passed where she did, her keys had to be taken away from her.
Right.
She could no longer drive.
Right.
This would have been wonderful to give her, to say, well, you still have your ability to
get out.
Right. To go ride around the neighborhood, to get some fresh air.
Exactly.
To go through your community.
You can walk a dog on one of these.
Yes.
You can drive down to the neighbor's house and go have coffee. You can go down to the mailbox and get your mail.
Right.
You don't have to call the kids and say, would you mind coming over? I haven't gotten the mail in 2 or 3 days. I need you to bring it in. And, you know, they're happy, I'm sure, to do it. But wouldn't it be great to just be able to do it yourself?
Yeah. You no longer have to worry, well, where am I going to go? Where am I going to sit? How am I going to feel on that day? Because sometimes it's just about conserving energy too.
Exactly.
Because I know I have a younger sister who has an autoimmune condition where if she pushes herself, she can do it, but then the next day
she's
completely down for the count.
Yeah,
and
who wants to do that?
Right. If that is you, this allows you to retain that energy so you don't have those down days.
Exactly. And why not give yourself an opportunity to say yes?
Yeah.
Why not give yourself the opportunity to bring all that back into your life that maybe you didn't even realize you've started to miss?
Yeah.
You know?
That's a good point.
And your family has probably noticed that you're missing out as well, and they want you with them. This is a great way to say yes. And you can see there, those are the pieces of it as it comes apart. It breaks into 4 different pieces. The heaviest piece is about 21 pounds. The swivel seat is 360-degree swivel, so you can get between tables and then turn and go sit.
Yeah,
right
should we go to the desk
let's
back
do that.
here?
Let's do it.
And then we can show that swivel, because that's
simple
really
and easy
nice.
it is.
I love that we can just swivel, and then we're going to, whether it's a restaurant, whether it's at our own kitchen table, we're going to be able to just swivel and sit very easily. Here, I'll come to this corner side.
Okay.
You can go to the back there.
Yep, and I'll go right here.
So actually, I haven't swiveled before. So what do I do
there's
for
a
the
little
swivel?
bar over on your left side, and you're just going to pull that towards you.
Oh my goodness.
And it turns
Easy.
on a dime. And there we are sitting at a table
together. And then
together.
as soon as I let go, it stops.
It stops, and it'll actually click into place
great.
too. Yeah.
Really easy. Okay.
Yeah.
And that was the first time that I've swiveled this one.
Oh, that's great. So then you just
really
grab it
easy.
again, and then give it a turn.
Yep. Got it.
And you're right back where you were.
Right back in.
Yeah. And, you know, I mean, leave it to engineers to come up with the best way to make something work for you ergonomically for your life. The seat is ergonomic. The swivel makes it ergonomic for you to sit at a table. The way the tiller tilts forward and back makes it ergonomic, and it's safe. You've got 4 strong wheels that keep you solid. It's reliable. It's from a fabulous company. EV Rider has been with QVC for a number of years, and we have fabulous, fabulous testimonies.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's really a wonderful product, and QVC, quite honestly, could have their pick of mobility scooters to present on air, and they present EV Rider because we trust them. We know that EV Rider is the trusted brand that brings us these innovations and brings us these various models, so you can decide which model is right for you.
And we stand behind everything that we make. And QVC has a very rigorous quality assurance program that we have to get through, aside from what we put ourselves through. So you know you're getting quality here. I just can't say enough about it, what it did for my dad when he was starting to say no to things, what it did for my mom, who was never a driver and who we taught to use, and it took about 2 seconds for her to learn. Although we did have one incident when she was learning how to let go of the throttle system. There was a small kid in front of her and she needed to stop. And she's going forward and we're like, Mom, let go, let go. And she was about 2 inches from the kid, but it stopped nice and slowly, and it did stop, and she felt comfortable. So it's one of those things where you get used to it very easily because it's one finger control. This is going to guide me whether I want to go left or right.
Oh, and
this
Lori,
is going to take me forward or back.
That control panel there too. Could you talk to this?
Yeah, you can see right there on the top, that round thing. That is your LCD display on your battery. Green means when you're all the way over into the green, that means you've got a full charge. As those lights go dim, they'll get down into the red, and that tells you it's time to charge it. You charge it for 4 to 6 hours or overnight, whatever works for you. The 2 black handles are the way to go left or right, and there's a little throttle system just above that. That is where you're going to press it or push it forward to go forward or backwards. And when we say let go, we don't mean like let go.
Right.
We mean let go of the throttle system, like I did just right there. I'm going to go forward again. I'm going to go forward, and then I'm going to let go. That's what I'm letting go. I can hold on to this and feel stable.
Right.
So it's simple and easy to use. It really couldn't be easier.
Right. Really could not be easier. I'm going to come directly towards the camera here and show you, even if I come straight at you, the moment that I just release, you notice I didn't go jerking forward. It was just, there's nothing behind me. I'm going to go backwards now.
Yep.
Right? And as soon as I'm ready, it's as easy as that.
Yeah, it's electromagnetic. So it means that you're not going to jerk forward and you're not going to jerk back. It starts out slow and goes a little faster. It ends slowly and then comes to a stop. So, and you can adjust up to 4 miles an hour. And if you think 4 miles an hour isn't fast, it's fast. It is. It gets you from, it's really a slow jog for somebody who might be next to you.
Yes.
But it gets you from A to B in a timely manner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful opportunity today to say yes. Maybe you've been thinking about it. 2025 could be your year.
The year of yes.
The year of yes. Say yes. I'm going to go to those reunions. I'm going to take that vacation. I'm just going to go to pick up my own groceries or walk the dog around the neighborhood, or like your dad, just get some fresh air in the morning.
Exactly.
And just take out the EV rider around while everyone else is still asleep, right? Get that independence. Say yes. Retain your energy and do it in a streamlined, beautiful version with a wonderfully comfortable seat. That capability to take this apart into 4 different components so that you only have to lift at most 21 pounds, and you can transport this as you're seeing right here. You just remove the basket, remove the seat, there's the battery, and then you just have the rear axle, and that's the heaviest part, right, Lori? That one is the 21 pound.
Yep.
And then you just have the deck, and you place that in, and that's it. You are good to go, and now when you get to wherever you're going to go, you take it out, you just reverse it. If you ever have questions about that, customer service can help
is available.
you for sure. So now's the time to give us a call or to place your order on QVC.com or on your app. One payment, $122 on your QVC Q card or your 5 easy payments. One payment gets this to you. So you can try it out, see how it fits into your life, or maybe like Lori's family, you're going to be picking this up for a loved one.
Right.
And maybe everyone is taking one of those easy payments. The silver option I have right here. In the center, we have the blue option. And then Lori is riding the black option. You're saving $401 today, and it's free shipping and handling. Lori, we've got about a minute left. I know you and your family have personal experience with the EV rider. So
we do.
For anyone who's considering it or a little bit on the fence, what would you say to them?
I would say think about what the important things are in your life. Is it being with family? Is it feeling the independence of being able to do your own thing around your house? Have you been saying no to go visit friends because you just don't know if there's going to be a seat available when you get there or if you're going to have the stamina? This means yes. The EV rider is the answer to all of those questions is yes. I can be there. Yes. I'm looking forward to seeing you all I have a bunch of poker girlfriends who I hang out with, and I know
Love that.
someday we're each going to have our own color,
Oh,
and we're
that's
going to get
great.
together at somebody's house to play poker.
Right.
Because we want to say yes. That's what I want for my life when I
Right.
get older, and if I have a mobility issue, I want to be able to say yes. And this allows you to do that.
And this is the version that is that beautiful Nomad, gives you that wonderful seat, streamlined capabilities, easy remove of the battery to be able to charge it. So great capability, wonderful engineering, and it only weighs fully 64.8 pounds. But remember, it disassembles, so the heaviest part is just 21 pounds. So make sure you check out of your cart, say yes today, and trust EV Rider. Again, silver, blue, or black. Lori, thank you so much for
Oh, it
being
was so
with
good
us.
to see you, Rachel. Thank you
as
so
well.
much.
Thank you for your stories. We really appreciate it. All right, my friends, that's going to do it for us here at QVC. I will be back with you coming up tomorrow on QVC 2, so I will see you there. As we go, we do want to express our thoughts to our customers, our vendor community, and members of our QVC family who have been impacted by the California wildfires. QVC has made a $25,000 donation to the American Red Cross relief efforts. And if you would like to also join us in those efforts, please visit QVC.com for the donation link. Our thoughts are with you. Please stay safe and have a wonderful day.
We're in Las Vegas, so. Hey!
Lifetime friends and fellow quintessential 50 ambassadors Jane and Pat share their favorite finds to